Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry, 24/7 shopping available. 160920 is the code. Show her some love, like she showed us. K&A Custom Crafts on Facebook.
Alrighty. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Four Bros Radio Show. We are down the Big B tonight, but we got Mess Around Dave, who is to my left. How you doing?
I'm good. I had nice barbecue with the neighbors today, so grubbed down on some good food. Had a good day.
All right, very good, very good, very good. Right above me, it's not any type of bacon; it's crispy bacon. How you doing, man?
Doing good. How's everybody doing?
Doing great, doing great. And of course, one of the OGs of the show. He is right next to Crispy Bacon. He's the none other. J-Mac. J-Mac, how you doing, brother?
Well, what was it you wanted me to do? Let's see. We go at dark 30 because it gets. But I'm doing good.
Good. So, as all you guys know, we've been doing our 100 or our 25 top 25 players. It was all we put our list in and we collaborated all the with all the numbers and everything else. We're doing 25 through 16 tonight. And Christy Wilson, hi, how you doing today? Welcome to the show. Glad you're here. It wouldn't be the show without you, Christy. That's all I can say. So, why don't we get the ball rolling on this one? So, are we at number 20? Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Crispy Bacon.
Yes.
Say it. I want you to say it 20.
Number 20.
All right. Number 20 is Jamal Adams. He's signed a huge deal with the Seattle Seahawks this recently. So, did that come to a surprise at any of you guys mess around?
Does it come to surprise that Jamal Adams re-signed with Seattle?
Well, not that, just that he's at number 20.
I think it's a good spot for him, actually. Maybe a little too low. He should maybe be 5 spots higher because he is that good. He is that great of a safety. He makes plays. He comes off the edge. He gets sacks, picks. He makes plays all over. So it might be a little too low.
Okay. All right. And Crispy Bacon, what about you? What's your thoughts on Jamal Adams at this spot?
Yeah, he's really good. Been in the NFL for a while, and I think that's a good spot for him.
All right. Lastly, J-Mac.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty solid spot for him. I'm with Mess Around. Maybe should have been a little higher, but looking at all the lists that all of us submitted, I think that's kind of average where he came out. Some had him a little higher in this, some a little lower. So I think that's about where he came out. I think it's about perfect.
All right. I agree with that one also. So next up, Mess Around.
Number 19.
Yes.
You got to do it like Crispy Bacon, man. That was pretty weak.
Number 19. I can't do it like Crispy. That sounds like something out of a porn video or something. I don't know.
All right. So number 19 is Dari Alexander. I forget what position he played. I don't know if I had him on my list. Corner? Man, we have a lot of corners on our list. So, Crispy Bacon, go ahead with Alexander. Why is he in this top 19?
I think he's one of the top 20 in it, not just in his position, but in the NFL, and he just needs some time, playing. Maybe he just, can climb the rankings.
All right, J-Mac, this is one of your boys down in Green Bay. Give me your thoughts on this with him being number 19.
Well, I think it's a pretty good ranking. I mean, he held every receiver but one last year to under 80 yards receiving when he was on one-on-one against them. So that's a pretty good number for a corner. That's shutdown corner if I've seen it. So I think that's pretty good on where he's at.
All right. With that being said, Mess Around, Is he gonna still give you your Bears nightmares when they play
You
each other?
know, as much as it pains me to say this guy is a lockdown, elite, shutdown corner. He's just that good. He's so solid across the board. He play man, he plays zone, bump around, he does it all. So, yeah, I think it's just right for him where he's at.
All right, awesome. So next up, we got number 18, J Mac. I'm gonna let you go on this one.
Number 18 is DeForest Buckner, defensive end, San Francisco 49ers.
Right, he's a wrecking force. I mean, run force, run. That's what comes to my mind, and he just runs down those offensive linemen, and he gets to the quarterback pretty quick. I think this is a good pick, Crispy Bacon. What do you think?
I would have to agree. I think this is a good spot for him. One of the top defensive players.
Yeah, definitely. Mess around. You missed the
I
last
think-
show where we presented 25 through 21. Are you surprised how many defense is on this list already?
Yeah, I'm really surprised that we haven't had an offensive guy yet. I mean, I missed the last, like you said, the last list, but I'm really surprised we haven't had an offensive guy yet. The Forrest Buckner for me is probably a little too high for me at this point. I think he'd down lower in the 20s. For me, he is a good defensive lineman, but I think 18 is a little too high.
I think I might have to agree a little bit with you on that one. I think he reminds me of Clowney quite a bit. I mean, he just feels the body. That's all Clowney does, and that's what I think Buckner does. But I think he's a little bit better than Clowney on that portion on that. So, all right. So, let me see if I can get this one on number 17. Number 17. Zach Martin. He is the offensive lineman for the Cowboys. I put him on my top 20 list for sure because that's the only name that comes to my mind when I think of the Dallas Cowboys, to be honest with you, because they usually have a stacked offensive line with that. And it's always led by Zach Martin right there and Crispy Bacon. This is your team. This is your guy. Give me your thoughts with Zach Martin being an offensive lineman on this list.
Yeah, he's one of the stars on the offense, and I don't know if we would be one of the top offenses in the last few years without him. He's been kind of one of the mainstays of the offense, so I could see him maybe in that spot. So
Wasn't he injured a few seasons ago, or he was injured for a couple of years or something?
I think he's been injured off and on.
Okay. Alrighty, mess around. What's your thoughts on Zach Martin right here?
I had Zach Martin at 18, so 17 is perfect.
Okay.
Without Zach Martin, Elliott doesn't have those nice clean holes to run through. He opens up a lot for that running game and protecting Dak and all that. So he's really good at what he does.
Mm-hmm.
I think 17 is a perfect spot for him.
All right, awesome. All right, so J-Mac, do you have anything to add to Zach Martin?
I don't think there's a whole lot to add. I think everyone's hit on it. Definitely Zeke wouldn't be what he is without Zach Martin. The Cowboys wouldn't have as good of an offensive line. He's been to the Pro Bowl most of the years he's played, minus some injuries, but definitely he's going to protect that big, backfield with Dak and Zeke back there. So.
Yep, that is true. That is true. So, coming back to this one, we're going to go to number 16, Crispy Bacon. You take it. You do so well with that stuff.
Number 16.
Come on.
I
Come
did.
on.
It's me!
Come on.
I did. Number 16.
Looks like we have a little bit of technical difficulties that is going on right now. So who was at number 16? Crispy Bacon.
I don't know.
You don't know? So, all right. So J-Mac is the one that has the list on there. So Who do you think mess around is number 16, or who did you write down for number 16?
Number 16. I would go with Nick Bosa,
Nick Bosa.
but I don't know what's actually on it.
I think I had Nick Bosa in front of Joey Bosa. That's where I
I'd even
stand
go
with
with Trent Williams.
that. Yeah. Okay. Crispy Bacon, thoughts on
Yeah.
who do you think is number 16?
I have no clue.
Yeah. So cool. All right, we got Isaiah. Isaiah is here. He's comment. Sarge, take your shots. I got nothing to say. I'm done, man. Congrats on the W. That what he's talking about. The Mariners came back from behind and beat the A's. I watched the game, and one thing I can say about the Mariners, they'll give you a heart attack every time they play a game because you never know what is going to happen with them with that. And like I was watching the game and I noticed there wasn't a lot of fans there at the game, so I think Isaiah kicked them all out by now. So
Probably.
probably, yeah. So Isaiah, if you're still on here, or did you kick all the fans out? Because I know earlier today or yesterday you're saying that you kicked some people out. All right, we got J Mac back here. J Mac, do you have number 16? First, all right, there we go. We got a wide receiver, Stephon Diggs, with the Buffalo Bills. I think I had him higher up on my list. I'm not too sure. So
Yeah, I'm trying to. There it is.
Okay, best round. Who did you? So what do you think of this with Stephon Diggs?
I like it. He's a good receiver. He does everything for the Bills. Probably if they didn't have him, they wouldn't be as potent on offense. So when they got him, it really boosted their offense a lot. I think he'd probably be a little higher, to be honest.
Yeah, I have to agree with that one. I'm trying to look at my list where I had him. Crispy Bacon, what's your takes on Stephon Diggs?
Stephon Diggs is a good receiver. I know he was really good in Minnesota, and he was really good last year in Buffalo. And, he helped Minnesota to a playoff win a couple years ago. I think it was against the Saints. So, I mean, he's one of the top receivers in the NFL, and maybe he should have been a little higher.
Alrighty. So I had him actually at number 13 on my list because what he has done with the Buffalo Bills helped. I mean, I don't think Josh Allen will be where he's at without Stephon Diggs. But I mean, he's a great player, and also with Minnesota, he was great. I think he was part of that miracle, wasn't he? Mess around,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he's the one that caught the pass. Yeah,
cut the pass, and they do that skull thing, whatever it's called. Skull,
Yeah.
Go like I don't understand that.
Brandon would know.
I think it's
so
like
Isaiah's
it was a soccer thing or something.
It's the soccer thing. You got football and football. So J-Mac can't decide if he wants to be dark or get a little dirty right now. So he keeps getting in and out. So we're kind of questioning
Zero
that what's
dark,
going on
dirty.
with that one.
Right.
So, all right. I hope you got better reception where you're at, man. What do you think? Thoughts on Stephon Diggs here?
I think Stephon Diggs is a great pick. Might be just a tad bit low, I think, for what he meant for Buffalo last year and Josh Allen, but definitely worthy of a top 20 player in the NFL this year. I think Stephon Diggs, everyone was like, well, he was good in Minnesota, but can he shoulder the load by himself, being the main guy? And man, did he ever show? I mean, what do you think? Mess around, but he definitely showed everybody up last year in Buffalo that he can be the number one guy.
Oh, exactly. Like I said, if it wasn't for him, that offense doesn't go. It's quite as far as it did. Josh Allen doesn't, like Sarge said, Josh Allen doesn't have the year he has. So without Diggs, that offense, they wouldn't be as good.
Yeah, one thing that actually sticks out with Diggs is the playoff game last year against the Chiefs, where the Chiefs were actually finally won it, and he stayed on the field, and he was actually soaking it in, like on that moment, even though that he lost. And I think he has something else to prove this year. What do you think, Crispy Bacon?
Oh yeah, I mean, when you lose a playoff game and you come so close to it, moving on to the next round or moving on to a Super Bowl, it hurts. I mean, he has something to prove now. He knows he can get there, and it's just a matter of if he can get there this year.
Alrighty. So with that being said, we went through 20 through 16. J-Mac, I don't know if you can do this. How many defensive players were actually in the first top 10 that we released already for the four bros?
Top 10. Yeah, give me a second. Talk about
well-
something else first.
Oh yeah, go right ahead.
If you talk about something else for a second, I will get that information for you. Hang on one quick second.
All right, sounds great. So, all right, so it is coming down to the finish, and we talked about this a little bit on Friday. We got MLB baseball playoffs that is coming up within a month, almost a little bit after October. Mess around. How's your White Sox doing?
They've been up and down lately. They've been struggling lately. They just dropped a couple to Tampa Bay. I think they got shut out the other night, and they lost like 9-2 or 8-2 tonight. So they do good as long as they're not playing the top teams. They seem to struggle against the elite teams. So that's kind of a concern going into the playoffs for me.
Okay. Crispy Bacon, should we talk about your Rangers, or are we good?
They're still losing, and they'll probably still lose. So I think we're good.
All right, so with the Mariners winning tonight, beating the A's, I don't know, Isaiah, if you're watching, I just need to remind you about that. That moves the Mariners 3 games back of the second wild card. And to remind you, the Mariners are one of 3 teams who have a winning record, but they have a negative run differential. So the Phillies and the Cardinals both have negative run differentials, and they're all in the wild card race, which blows my mind with that one. All right, J-Mac, let's go back to you. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
So in the first 10 picks that we had 6 defensive players, 3 of them being corners or safeties, so defensive backs. We even had a kicker in the top 10 when Justin Tucker at 23. So I think it's been kind of all over the board. It's kind of interesting the mix that we've had in our top 10, our first 10 so far.
Yeah. Speaking of kickers, is it Magnus with the Broncos? He makes me not want. Yeah, he makes me not want to draft him in fantasy whatsoever because my back was towards the goalpost and he was shaking those things left and right, and all I was hearing was these doink doink, and my feet were like right on the goal line, and I had no clue where the ball was going. So I am not going to draft that dude. I'm sorry. All right, so J-Mac, do you have a little number game for us tonight, or?
I didn't draw anything up for the number game tonight, but we can go through. I mean, there's definitely a game we can play now that we got mess around on here. What game can we play? So, have nothing drawn up, but let's do we can do like a generic sports trivia. How does everyone think about that?
Yeah, we can do that, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll start with an easy one, and you guys can kind of just like say your name, raise your hand, whoever comes up with the answer first. How about we do it that way? We'll do it that way. That sounds good.
Okay.
What team in the 4 major sports in North America has the longest winless season or a non-winning season streak?
Buccaneers.
Currently.
Currently?
Currently.
I'm going to go with this one. Is it the Mariners?
It is 19 seasons.
Yeah.
All right, here's the second one. Second question will be, so that's one for Sarge. The first one, a 3-0 win. We'll go one for Sarge. Second question is, which NFL team has the longest playoff drought without winning a playoff game currently?
Cincinnati Bengals.
Mess around's got one. Yes.
Wow.
And their last playoff win was in January of 1990.
Hey, at least they made the playoffs in the last 20 years, like the Mariners.
So Chris was not even born the last time Cincinnati was in the playoffs.
No. No, I was not.
Yeah, that's crazy. Or the last time they won a playoff game, excuse me, I should rephrase that. Last time they won a playoff game was 1990. I was 6, by the way, so that tells you how long that's been.
I was 12.
You were what? 12?
12.
12. All right. Let's see. Next question will be, what player had the highest number of points scored in an NBA basketball game?
Will Chamberlain. 100.
Was that mess around?
Yeah.
Will Chamberlain.
Yep. Mess around got it. It's 100. Okay, mess around's at 2. Chris, you got to get one in, man.
I'm trying. Takes me a
Okay.
minute.
Yeah. Next question. What Major League pitcher holds the Major League record for number of no-hitters thrown in a career?
Nolan Ryan.
Since night. Well, mess around just swept that one. Do you know how many he had, mess around?
How many? He had
Yeah.
7, didn't he?
He had 7. 7 no-hitters. I mean, did
Yeah, it's
anyone think
crazy.
about that? 7.
That's a
That's
lot.
crazy.
That is.
He had,
And
I believe he had some.
throw the ball also.
I think that he had like 7 no-hitters, 14 one-hitters, 22 hitters. I mean, the guy was just insane as a pitcher. Crazy. I know they were saying that he played with his sons a couple of years back. He was throwing batting practice, and they said don't slow it down, like throw him some fastballs. And so, he's 71 years old or something, and he's still throwing the ball at like 88 miles an hour on a fastball or
Right.
something.
Wow.
Anybody remember that time he beat up Robin Ventura?
Oh, gosh, I know.
That was called rumbled on the mound. So
Yeah. Ventura definitely knew his mistake the second he started getting punched in the face.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that was definitely a mistake on his part. Thinking Ryan was old and he wasn't gonna throw some haymakers. He was proven wrong really quick.
Yeah.
Before we go to rapid fire, let's go mess around. Catch us up on some stuff going on with you lately, man. We haven't seen you on this show in a couple weeks.
Oh, I recently picked up a second job, so I've been working an awful lot, and I only get one day off a week, and that's today. So I've just been working an awful lot, trying to catch up on bills.
No. Right? And Sarge, you got something kind of crazy happen to you this last week. Where were you over the weekend?
so I was up in Seattle and I was part of the flag ceremony with the Seattle Seahawks, and that flag was huge. It went from from one end zone to the 20-yard line, and it was big. And it was a good experience, great experience, and being up close to the players, and they are not small. And the refs got some muscle also. That's what I can say about that. So it was a pretty fun experience.
All right, and Chris, Crispy Bacon, man, tell us about your indoor football league. Did they start playoffs or something?
Yeah. Oh, they're gonna play. They're gonna start the playoffs next week, this coming weekend, and they added one other team for next year, and it's gonna be in Vegas. They're gonna be called the Vegas Nighthawks.
Yeah.
And they're working with the Golden Knights.
Well, that's cool.
Like they're
That's
part
cool.
of the ownership group. So.
Oh, awesome. That sounds awesome. Like that.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. I mean, just think, guys don't have to play in the NFL to play professional ball. I mean, they can also play Arena League, some other stuff.
As long as
Yeah,
it's
so
football, I mean,
And most people will watch it as long as it's football. I mean, you're talking about the Hall of Fame game this year in the preseason had like 7.3 million viewers or something. That tells you
Wow.
that football is still king in this country. I don't care what anyone says. The NFL still is going to make a shit ton of money.
yeah,
So,
they
for
they
sure.
will.
Yeah. Let's see. So we can go into rapid fire. We can go a few questions tonight. Let's start with mess around since he's kind of coming back and coming off that. You ready, mess around?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Morning, noon, or night?
Night, definitely night. I'm not a morning person.
Night. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see. We'll ask you this one since we didn't get to ask you. We asked Big B. What's the first thing you do when you get up in the morning?
First thing I do when I wake up in the morning, I put a chew in.
Wow. First thing in the morning.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Oh, let's see. Let's go a couple more. Let's go. Mess around. What's your favorite color?
Blue and orange.
Blue and orange. I'm gonna guess Chicago blue and orange.
Yep. You got it.
Get it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can't get it confused.
I got that
with
one.
Denver there.
Yeah, you could have went
Right.
Denver.
Can't do that. Mess around. Last question. Who is your favorite sports figure? Active or not active?
Ooh, that's tough. There's so many.
If you had to pick one, like you could meet one, take money out of it, take anything out of it, any factors about it. You got to meet one sports figure that's been your favorite your whole life. Who you meeting?
Frank Thomas. The Big Hurt.
The Big Hurt.
There you go.
All right. Let's go Chris P. Bacon next.
All right.
All right. Let's see, Chris. Chris, what is your favorite alcoholic drink?
I don't really drink, but I do like root beer. I'll go with root beer.
Okay. All right. All right. Chris, what is one food that you can't resist? If it's there, you're eating it.
Barbecue chicken.
Barbecue chicken. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Chris, tell us what your favorite color is.
Well, I got several, but blue, silver, orange.
Oh, shocker. I'm shocked by the first two. Let's see, Chris, if you could trade lives with anybody for one day, who would it be?
Or it could be any celebrity, but we'll just say Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah? I
You'll
get that
probably
one.
put better
That's-
movies out than him.
All right, Sarge, comes to you.
Alrighty.
Okay. Would you rather have your team win one World Series in 25 years or make the playoffs every year for 10 years straight?
Make the playoffs. Give us hope. And let it die.
There's always next year.
Yep.
There's always next year. Oh, okay. Let's see. Sarge, wet or dry?
A little bit moist.
A little bit moist. I like that answer. Okay, okay. Oh. Sarge, what kind of shampoo do you use?
I use wax, man.
Oh God, this is
Mr.
great.
Clean.
Yeah.
Mr. Clean. He doesn't have the earring to pull that one off though.
Oh, no.
All right, last question. If you had the superpower of invisibility, what would you do?
Oh, well, there's a lot of things I would do. Well, gets a little dirty. That's all I'm gonna say. I can't answer that. I'll get in trouble.
Do it.
Oh man. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll give you a bonus question that you can answer then, because this one probably won't get you in trouble with your wife because most couples have talked about this one. Okay,
All
what is one celebrity that's on your celebrity list in which you would get a hall pass to be with for one night?
Sandra Bullock.
Okay,
Hey, she has
okay,
Jason Momoa, so there we go.
right. No, good answer. But that's nothing compared to you, Sarge. Right?
Oh, hell no.
All right. We want to give a couple shout outs tonight. We want to shout out to Big B, couldn't be with us. It's his son's birthday tonight. Happy birthday, Jackson. From all of us here coast to coast. Happy 8th birthday, man. That's great. Happy, hope you had a great day. Hope you're enjoying being with your dad today. Couldn't be on here, but happy birthday to you. Chris, what do you got for us, man?
Not much. Just join us from coast to coast. We got great shows. Just make sure to tune in.
All right, mess around. You got any special shout outs or anything tonight? Anyone you want to give a shout out to?
Let's see. I just want to shout out Chrissy Wilson for always being on all her shows. It's awesome that she's a loyal viewer. Shout out for that. That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely, Christy. We'll give you a shout out there. Sarge, you got a shout out tonight?
I was gonna shout out to everyone who likes Coast to Coast, and like, we can't make this. This is not possible without all the fans that are there, like Christy Wilson and Isaiah. Know what Isaiah does and everything else. I think it's great that they're able to comment and we can actually interact with our fans. I enjoy that.
Yeah, I think that's great. I just want to shout out real quick, and I just want to say thanks to all the people that worked overtime, all the firefighters out there fighting the wildfires. We had a terrible year here in Oregon this year with it. There's still a couple going on, so definitely shout out to all of them. And thanks for all your hard work. You're sacrificing your families and everything. Thanks for doing that. To our U.S. troops all over this country, overseas in the country, Sarge, thank you for your service. We could never ever pay you back for the sacrifice you make for this country and for all of us. So we definitely appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.
So anyway, with that said, that's our show for tonight. We will be back with you on Friday. I'll be back on Wednesday with Sports Minute. Sarge will be with you for On Deck, I believe, on Tuesday. Or no, I don't know. Not anymore. Okay. Well, Chris will be back with you at some point this week, too.
Yeah.
Chris gets on a few shows here and there. But watch all the great shows. Watch all of us for something later. Thanks for joining us tonight. We will see you all on
I will see
the
you all
other side.
Sunday on Between the Ropes.
All right.
Thank you.
We'll see you on the other side.